How's everyone
Ryan,
doing?
how discouraged were you? I guess it was 0 for 7 from long range. I mean, did you just feel like just keep shooting? Eventually, one was going to fall, and maybe others would follow?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really realize it until the last couple of games. I've been in a really kind of big slump. But man, my teammates and coaches just tell me to keep shooting the ball. Like every time I miss, not to say that they get excited, but like, they know the numbers are going to average out, and I'm going to knock a couple down in the future. I remember I passed up, pump faked, and passed one to CeCe, and he ended up making a shot, and Coach Mack still got mad at me for passing up the shot. So he was telling me, shoot it. No matter how many times I miss, my teammates and coaches just have the ultimate confidence in me that I'm going to make the next one. And, I mean, I have a lot of confidence in myself, but when your teammates and coaches have that confidence in you too, it's the best.
How key was that run by Wara early in the first half, and what can that do when you've got a teammate that seems to spark fire like that?
I mean, Jordan's an elite scorer. He can score at all 3 levels. He can get hot in a hurry. So that run really sparked us, but I think what really sparked us before that was the stops we were getting. I mean, he was locking in. We were talking a lot on defense. We were talking a lot more on defense, and those stops allowed us to kind of get some rhythm on offense. And you give rhythm to a guy like Jordan, and it's game over.
What's the huddle like when you're down 13, down 15, whatever it was in the first half? What was that?
Intense, because we weren't doing what we needed to do to win. We thought they were just going to lay down, and we weren't playing hard. We weren't talking. We had a bunch of defensive mishaps. I mean, so the coaches were getting on us to wake us up, and they should have. We weren't playing hard enough, and so the huddle was intense, but it woke us up, and after the first 10, 12 minutes of the game, we were ready to play.
Brian, it feels like every year when you start ACC play, we talk about how well these teams scout you and know you.
Yeah.
How do you kind of respond to teams knowing that you're looking for spots on the floor and looking for open lanes to get your shot off?
Just cut hard, run the offense hard. Obviously, with the way I shoot the ball, teams are going to, hone in on me, but my teammates and coaches do a great job of trying to get me open looks and good looks. And if they're sucked in on me, I mean, that'll open the lane for somebody else. So if you constantly have to account for me, because of the way I shoot, then it'll open up other things, and I'm okay with my teammates scoring. As long as we score, that's all that matters.
Is what we saw from Malik tonight, is that a sign of a particular matchup, or has he developed in such a way that this can be a recurring thing?
Yeah, the thing with Malik is he just works every day. Sometimes his offense isn't there, but the thing when he's in the game is he's always going to play hard. He's always going to be working in the post. He's always going to be working for positioning, working for the rebound, working to set a screen. He's going to run out hard. So the thing with Malik is offense will eventually come as long as you play hard. Good things always happen to players that will. Sorry.
This is probably pretty obvious, but talk about his importance. I mean, you got to have somebody in the post, both defensively and offensively. Yeah. Malik, I'm talking about. Malik's importance to you guys.
His importance. I mean, the thing with Malik is all he has to do is play hard. We can get a contribution from him offensively, whether it's 0 points or 20 points. But if he's playing hard and locking in on defense, the scoring's going to come from someone on the team. So obviously when he's scoring the ball, it makes us very difficult to defend, because then you got to help in on him, and it frees up the shooters, me, Jordan, and everybody else that was knocking down shots.
Ryan, what do you attribute the slow start to? Is it just kind of knocking off the rust after having a week off? Or
no, I don't think it was rust or anything. I mean, we were playing hard. We were going hard in practice. I think we just didn't come out ready to play, as bad as that sounds. And we're going to do what we can to make sure that doesn't happen again.
Ryan, I guess going forward, I mean, how much does a win like this really kind of help you all after a break like that, and like you were just saying, considering a slow start?
Mm-hmm. Any win helps. I mean, 1-0 and start off the ACC is a lot better than 0-1. So, let's just keep the ball rolling as we go on the road.
Ryan, in the second half, it looked like they really kind of ran out of gas. Jim Larinaga even said that today. Could you guys tell that they were just done?
Yeah. I mean, the way they played with 7 guys was pretty incredible. I don't know. I haven't played with 7 guys on my team since back in 4th, 5th grade in AAU, and you'd play 4 games a day. And that wasn't nearly in the intensity of the Division I ACC level. So the way they competed and tried to make things work through foul trouble with only 7 guys, 8 guys that really played, it was pretty cool to watch. But you can tell how it kind of hurt them, whether it was foul trouble or them going on a streak where their man-to-man wasn't working or their legs just getting tired and shots weren't falling. So, I mean, we definitely knew that they were shorthanded. But if you give a team confidence, it doesn't matter how tired they are. They can still stay in the game.
One more, anybody?
Ryan, are you guys as players doing anything to kind of encourage VJ to kind of keep playing? And I know you got a couple of putbacks tonight,
yeah.
But for a guy who we all saw in high school be one of the best offensive players in the country in his class,
yeah.
He's really been struggling. How much do you guys have to kind of keep pushing?
Man, I love VJ. The thing with him is just his attitude is so good. Whatever you want to call it, a funk or a slump, whatever he's in or whatever people think he's in, like, he still brings it every day. He's the same guy. He plays hard, and he's really starting to figure out that no matter how hard he plays, good things are going to happen. The way he defends, the way he just brings other things to the table. So I love when VJ's out there, and as a teammate, like, I just try to tell him, I try to instill confidence in him by telling him, just keep playing hard, keep playing hard. Anytime he makes a good play, letting him hear it. So, because we're going to need VJ to be good.
Great, thank you, Ryan. See you back in a second.